Well, tonight we're joined by Jim Trainor. He works for a cyber solutions group called Aon. He's a former FBI agent who led the Bureau's cyber division. So thank you for being here. It's nice to have you.
Great to be here.
All right, so it's been reported that bad actors purchased millions of Americans' identity details. Explain how this is possible, how it even works.
Well, sure. There's been dozens and dozens of breaches over the last several years. So a lot of this information is already out there on the dark web that can be purchased. Certainly Equifax is a big breach that 147 million or so Americans had their identity compromised there, and there's been other retail organizations, financial services companies. So in the dark web, lots of forums, so nation-state actors as well as criminals can buy information. And then also you have publicly available information with the various state and local governments that are there for help campaigns to go out and try to get votes. So there's first names, last names, email addresses, contact information for registered voters. So you have those two places where nation-state actors can grab information, and then you have the data brokers. So data brokers, we call it enhanced voter records, which they can provide additional insight about the registered voter, whether that's purchasing habits, religious affiliation, social media profile. So when you put all three of those types of pieces of information together, you have the opportunity for the Russians or other nation-state actors to really go after and target to try to change the hearts and minds of the voters or conduct computer intrusions or things like that.
I mean, at this point, should every American just kind of assume that their information is out there for someone to get? What do Americans need to do to make sure they aren't falling for this type of this type of information mining, and also falling for election videos and messages that are illegitimate?
At this point, I would kind of say don't trust but verify. So I would be very skeptical of any kind of October surprises at this hour. This late in the election, so I would be very skeptical. At a minimum, it's probably misleading and very well potentially could be false, just because of what we've seen certainly over the last 4 years. I would refer to the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI. Both have websites up and running, provide a lot of information, and certainly your state and local government agencies with respect to voting and things of that nature. So it's really trying to be an educated voter, staying on top of things, but don't trust, but verify the information that you're seeing.
So are there like 3 steps that people can use to protect themselves from cyber-related crime?
Well, there is certainly no silver bullet. Having some endpoint protection on the various devices that you utilize, whether that's a mobile device or laptop computer, a VPN particularly is very important when you're traveling, so a virtual private network that encrypts your data. So hooking up to a public Wi-Fi, that's extremely important. Password manager, where you can manage your passwords, and then as well as enrolling in identity theft protection service to provide alerts in the event that any of your data or your identity has potentially been compromised. There is no silver bullet. It's really about lowering the risk. Unfortunately, if you are the victim of identity theft or a cybercrime, I would strongly encourage you to report it to the FTC. The FBI has a center called the Internet Crimes Complaint Center. It's ic3.gov, so report that, as well as to your local police department. So there's no silver bullet. It's really about lowering risk to the best you can.
What's the #1 misunderstanding you would like to clear up for viewers as it pertains to online safety or risk?
Well, some folks think there's nothing they can do. So I just rattle through a few items that you can do, and others think that identity theft is sufficient. Identity theft protection service is great. Provides an early warning in the event that your credit card information or social security number, things like that have been identified. But it's a range of services. So you can't do nothing, but doing one thing is not sufficient. It's really a combination of many things that can help lower your risk.
Is there a particular group of people or demographic who's being targeted right now?
Well, there's certainly the undecided voters, and certainly, with the current pandemic that we're all facing, a lot of folks have already voted initially via mail. Swing states are really important. So there's these states that potentially could become red state, blue state, that type of issue where it could go one way or the other. So those are the states where you'll probably see more activity than states that are heavily leaning red or heavily leaning blue.
All right, Jim Trainor, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thanks. Appreciate it.